Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the Builders Diaries, where I build a business and a body at the same time. Today, I want to talk about two different things. I want to talk about health data and health trackers and my take on that. And then I also want to talk about a new AI skill that I learned and how I'm implementing into my business, how I'm using it with clients, and how it's just changed everything. I'm so excited. So let's get into it. I wanted to talk about health trackers. For a very long time, since 2015, you guys, I had a Fitbit. And I always had a Fitbit. Probably earlier in these things, you probably always saw a Fitbit on me. It actually broke at the end of September. I was in a step challenge for an entire month and I walked a lot. I actually got third place in our step challenge for our company, and we got fourth place in the entire, country. So we did pretty well in Southern California. A lot of us have treadmills, and I walked a lot and my tracker broke, so I've had a Fitbit since 2015. So I took it as an opportunity to say, hey, let me get another tracker this time. And I wasn't sure if I was going to get another tracker because I'm very, weird about, the electromagnetics and the EMF and any of the 5G or any of that kind of stuff that's kind of coming off of it. And I know that Apple Watches, it's pretty high. My Fitbit, it's weird. It was on my wrist right here. And it's interesting because I have a mole, kind of, you can't really see it, but I had like a mole here, and it's raised up a little bit more than ever was before. So I'm just kind of, I wasn't ever convinced that the Fitbit was really, really safe to wear. And I know you can probably put things on it to make it less, radiated your body, or just less electromagnetic frequencies going on. But I didn't do any of that. I was kind of just, I don't know, I wasn't really happy with doing it because I wasn't really comfortable with wearing this device on my hand. But I loved the data it gave me, you guys. I didn't really care about the steps because I am so active. I walk all the time. Like, there's not a day that I don't get 10,000 steps. I don't care. I don't need to look at that. I liked the sleep data. That sleep data was key, you guys. Like, that sleep data was so good. Since 2015, I was not, healthy before. So it was so cool because I could see, my, what was it? My heart rate, my resting heart rate would go up a lot if I was really going to get sick. Like, you could see some numbers and some data, like you could tell that the body was struggling. And so, like, it was really cool to see this data and see this and be like, oh, wow, it's really interesting, So I've been thinking about, okay, what do I do? Because my tracker broke. What do I do? Do I get a tracker? And it's weird for me to not have the time because the Fitbit was actually like a watch. And so I was able to look at the watch and have the time on it, but I don't have that anymore. And it's weird to not have any time on me, and I have to have the phone that has the time on me around me. So I don't know, but I made a decision that I'm going to be getting an Aura ring. And I did a lot of research. The Aura ring is actually one of the lower EMF or electromagnetic frequencies things. So it's a little bit safer than other ones. It's a ring that you wear. I don't wear any rings. I've never worn rings. So it's going to be an adjustment to wear a ring, I think. But I put an order in for it. I'm really excited. They actually take an HSA or an FSA account. So if you have that through your company, which I do, I was able to put like almost $300 of my HSA towards this ring. This is a $300 ring. It's actually a $400 ring, like the new one. So it's not very cheap. It's definitely an investment, but I wouldn't have made this investment if I didn't see the value in this data, you guys. This data is huge. And the Aura ring, it gives you like some of the most in-depth health stuff ever, like out there. Like, and it's really centered around your sleep and your body and recovery. And so I'm like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. So I'm excited to, get this data and see. I was going through some issues this week and last week a little bit. I introduced caffeine into my diet again, which is such a bad idea. And I started having reactions. My eye started twitching, like down here was twitching. I was having migraines, and I was just like, I wish I had that data just to make sure that, I knew it was caffeine, but like, just to make sure that like it's 100% caffeine, there's no issues going on. I'm still sleeping and everything else. So I can check all the boxes and like check the data and make sure, okay, everything in my body is going on right. My resting heart rate's good. Everything's good. Like, there's something else going on. So I would like to get that data. I'm excited. So I ordered it. It's coming. It's on its way. But right now, it's probably, by the time you're watching this, it's not going to be on sale, unfortunately. I think it goes till December 2nd. They put it on sale. They put the Generation 3, like the older one, on sale. You get like $200 off. So if you're interested in an Aura ring, Black Friday, you guys, is huge. So I think it's Black Friday up until December 2nd. Again, this might be airing after December 2nd, so sorry about that. But next year, think about that. It's something that's been on my list for a couple years, actually. I've been thinking about getting an Aura ring for a while. It is highly recommended in my holistic health groups. It is highly recommended by people that care about this data. So I'm excited. I'm so excited. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be cool. It's been like a month and a half of me not tracking, and it's just so weird. Like, I don't know if I'm sleeping. I don't know if I'm sleeping. I don't know. I can't tell. It's like, obviously I'm sleeping, but I like to see that data and just kind of know that everything's good. But all right, on to AI, you guys. Oh, my cat wants to come say hi. I think she wants her food. I got to give her her food. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot to give you your food, didn't I? She's so cute. She just really wants her food. But real quick, we're going to talk about AI. So I took a class last week. It was actually a 3-day challenge. I had to pay for it. And it was all about learning how to create custom GPTs. And it's something that I learned a little bit from the same guy. Actually, he did a free training on it in this group. And so it was kind of very surface level and I knew how to do it. But I wanted to really learn. Like I wanted to build some really custom GPTs. So if you don't know what that means, it's basically like you can train ChatGPT on your voice. You can train ChatGPT on anything. So I could take like a book and I could take the entire transcript of the book and I could load it into this custom GPT and I would have a GPT trained on the book. So it would always reference this book, So instead of just using, the regular knowledge that GPT is trained on, it's using specific trained knowledge that you trained it on. So I learned some really cool skills. I learned how to build a really good GPT, a couple of really good GPTs. I learned how to put security in there. I learned how to share it. I learned how to actually put it behind a paywall to make people pay for it. I learned some really cool tips and tricks about it. But I think the biggest thing was I learned how to do it and how to do it really well. I was really excited. There's a whole kind of process. It's not very quick to do it. You do really need to be very thorough with it. And it does take some time, but I was able to, take those skills and what I learned and I applied it to my new marketing client. So what I did is I took we have a Google Drive that we share. And so they dumped in tons of videos, tons of presentations, just all of their material that I needed to learn. And so I, transcribed it, downloaded, did all the stuff and got all the information and put it into my GPT and I trained my GPT on their program. I trained it like on everything. And I was like, I need you to be an expert marketing person. So I trained it to be an expert marketing like manager, I guess, of this account and all of their information. So I have a GPT trained for me to help with their marketing. So anything that I need with marketing or maybe like a campaign or what do we do here, that's going to help me. And it's going to pull from the best resources out there about marketing campaigns, which is really cool. Then I took kind of the same information and I changed it a little bit and I added more information and I built my client a GPT that they can use to create social media because they have never ever been on social media. They don't even have an account. Hopefully by today they've created their account, but they don't know how to use social media. They didn't even know what Canva was. So I was like, well, let me help you. So I created a custom GPT that spits out, posts and reels and anything that they need related to social media, whether it be, a copy or a post or an idea or hashtags, whatever it is, and it's tailored to their target audience. It's tailored to the exact person they're speaking to. It is trained on their program. It is trained on everything they do. So they were really impressed. I am impressed that I was able to do it. It took me quite a bit of time to do this, but I was really excited. So my last meeting with my client yesterday, it was really good. It was my second meeting, which is kind of moving forward. We're moving forward with a big marketing campaign that after I dove into their stuff, I was just like, what do we need to do? How does this need to work? And how do we think out of the box to make this work? Because it was a little bit different than I normally work with people because I'm not used to working with someone that has 0 social media following and we got to grow their account and get their emails and all that kind of stuff. So this is going to be fun. It's a new challenge. It's really fun. I like doing this kind of stuff. And it's also time for me to look for another client, I believe. So I'm getting towards the end of the year. I told myself I want one more client before the end of the year that I'm getting up and going. As long as I can kind of, deep dive into their information, that's the part that's the hardest for me is really putting together that strategy and really diving into hours and hours and hours of information. Once I do that and kind of put together a plan, then it's just following the plan. Then it's pretty easy. So it's like once I dive and do the digging and of all the information I have to do on the client, then I can take on more clients. So now I'm at the point where I'm like, cool, this client's good. I think we'll get them to the point where they're good. And then I can just take on another client, do that onboarding, then probably take on another client, do the onboarding, take on another client. So I don't really want to be doing these deep dive onboarding with more than 2 people at a time because it's a lot and I still work full time. So I'm trying to, not go crazy, but also move my business forward because this is it, you guys. This is how I grow a business and this is how I grow a lot of money in a business because people are paying a lot more money for their marketing solution problems than they were for their health solution problems. And I'm really excited about it because I finally found a market that really, they see my skills. And the interesting thing about what I'm doing in marketing with this job and what I used to do in health coaching is I'm doing the exact same process. Like it's crazy to me. I had this big aha yesterday. I'm like, holy shit, my process is exactly the same. Like literally the number one thing I really loved about health assessments and health coaching and what I did is I did blood work, you guys. And so I got their blood work information. I got tons of data, like pages and pages of data. And then I would take their eye pictures. So I get a lot of data off of their eyes. And I would take all of this data and I would kind of find ties and find different, connections and different things. And I would figure it all out. And then I would put together a plan. And so basically data interpretation into a plan. That's what I love to do. And I never really realized that. And it's like, I think I thought I really liked health coaching, but it was because I did that process. I loved that process. And it's so weird to me. This didn't hit me till recently that I love data and in data interpretation, and I'm really good at it. Like really, really. And even in my full-time job, it's the things that I've really enjoyed. It's that. Like it is that. Those projects that involve me going through a ton of information and just really having to dig through it and figure out, okay, let's get a plan based on this. That's where I excel. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Like, let me do that for an audience that can pay me what I feel like I am worth. So it's cool because it's just like, it's all coming together and it's so cool. And it feels good, you guys. It feels good to feel like I'm in alignment. And I didn't even think I would be feeling like this right now. I honestly thought I would still be building my Fit Raw Life brand, because if you have been watching my series, my whole goal was to do the Fit Raw Life brand till the end of the year and then kind of figure out what I wanted to do if it didn't really grow. And I started to see it grow. And it's like, it wasn't like growing very fast, but I saw like, this will work. And if I put my focus here, it will work. And it made me realize that this isn't what I want to focus on. I really want to focus on marketing. And so that's what I'm doing. I made that switch. I made the switch early, and I am really happy that I made this. Like, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be making extra money right now. I wouldn't have a client right now I'd be working with. So it's crazy how everything works, and this is just a reminder, is follow those nudges, follow those pushes, because sometimes it might be leading you to something completely better, like completely. And it's so crazy, the people that I'm meeting, the connections that I'm meeting, just jumping into marketing is just, why did I not do this earlier? But I wasn't ready, and I think I had to get to this place where I'm like, all right, this is the decision for me. And I know, like now it's very easy. Like there's no way if someone asked me to do health coaching, I'd be like, sorry, like good luck with that. But I mean, no, not like that, but it's not for me. It's just, that's not where I found joy. So anyways, that is my little rant today. Another really cool AI, I guess, skill that I picked up recently. I'm picking up skills daily because I like training and doing stuff. And instead of watching Netflix at night, you guys, I literally watch like videos on how to do AI things, and I'm learning more and more. So now I actually took another training on Monday night, and it was about how to create really good images. And if you use AI for images, it sucks. Like it really sucks. I learned how to do way better ones. And right now I believe I might have to pay, but it's like 6 cents an image. So that's not really much at all, but to get really, really good images. And I think I'm going to start using them in my blogs. So we'll see how that works. I don't know. Right now I kind of just use pictures in Canva or my own pictures, but I think I will probably start creating AI images and using those in my blogs and showing off what I can do, because I'm really excited about doing the images. But I will be using Flux AI for images, and Dolly. Dolly is part of Chat. Dolly isn't very good, and that's what I've always used. It's not free because I pay for Chat, but Dolly is what is in Chat, and Dolly is also what is in Canva. So it's what I've been using for a long time and what I'm comfortable with. I'm able to get a way better image than I ever was before now with this training. But if you want just a next level image, go to Flux. Flux AI is just it's way better. So I will be, getting into that and sharing more about that. I want to write a blog about that coming up soon. So I'll be jumping into image creation because I think it's pretty cool. I thought it was horrible until I took this training. So now I'm like, all right, I know what to do. I know how to do this. This is cool. So I love sharing just different AI tools. I love using AI. I used Google Notebook LM over the weekend. I think it's just called Notebook LM now. And that's what I actually used to dig into transcripts for my client stuff. And it was free. And it gave me some really, really, really good insights on their transcripts. So I don't know. I would highly recommend playing with these AI tools. That's another thing too, is get in there and play with them and see what it can do and see if you can use it. I pay for Claude and I pay for Chat GPT right now. And I'm at this point where Chat's doing so much for me, and I trained it to talk like me, and it has my voice, that I almost don't need Claude, because Claude was just a really good writer. And now I'm able to train the GPT almost there. And today, again, news, every single day, like something new comes out in AI, and it's so cool when I follow it. But today, ChatGPT actually released a new release, I guess, and their writing is almost on par with Claude. So the reason that you would use Claude and pay for Claude is starting to, go like this. But then I also saw today that Claude announced you can integrate with Google Docs. So that's another thing too. I use Google Docs all the time. So I'm like, if I'm able to just, sync in my Google Docs into Claude, I don't know. So I'd like to just pay for one, but right now I pay for two. So we'll see how long that's going to be. I thought I was going to be able to get rid of Claude until I read the Google Doc stuff. So it's crazy. Every single day it changes. Every single day they're like, oh, we have this. Oh, we can do this. Oh, we can do this. And you think you have one that you like, and then this other one over here does something way better. And you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to look at this one now, So it's just constant innovation, constant change. It's really cool. You got to be on your toes. You got to be paying attention, and I am. So I'm sharing that with you guys when I learn. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with me on this year journey. It's almost been a year of me, just talking and sharing my journey and starting a business. And I've found a business in doing this, which is so crazy to me. Like, it's just, it's so cool. So you guys, my advice to you is get out there and start. I will say right now, like, I know a lot of people spend a lot of time and they have to, get the LLC. They have to do all these business things. Oh my gosh, she really wants her food. And they don't, just start. And for me, I did all those business things with my first business in the health coaching. I created the business. I did all the business things. I did the website. I had the logos. I did all that stuff. This health business, I just created a logo and I was like, screw it. I'm good. Like, I don't need the LLC. I don't need any of that. Let me just prove that I can make the business work first. And then let me do all the other stuff. So right now I'm just, let me see if I can make the business work. And I am. So now I have to figure out the taxes thing and then, change my LLC and all that. So that's coming now, but I didn't need to do that before I got my first client. I think a lot of people get stuck on the things that they need to do, and the logo has to be perfect and they have to have, the right footer. I don't even have an email signature. I don't even have social media accounts for it because I'm not building my business on social media. So it's just, you don't need all these things that you think you need. You just need to start. You just need to get a client and just start, and maybe just work with someone for free and just start. Like, that's all you really need. So hopefully, hopefully you guys take my advice to heart, and take care, guys. Bye.